It's the early morning hours of May 19, 2024, and Vedant Ashawal has just got his class 12 result. He's excited, so he decides he's going to go to the club to celebrate. His friend comes to his home till evening time for the Agawa family driver to take them to the club. They get to the club and they are having fun, drinking and talking at this club. The name of this club is called Bolar. But then the club closed, so he decided to meet up with 12 friends in a second location called Kosi. It was a pub, actually, not a club. And by the end of the night, Vedant has spent 48,000 rupees with his father's card. Okay, I think we've had enough now and I should go home because I'm exhausted. Vedant didn't want to leave, but oh well, his friend is tired and he might as well because he cannot be alone at the pub. 10 of his friends had already left, so it was just him and 2 others. So he was like, I'm just going to go home. What's the point? Vedant gets outside, then gets in the passenger seat of his Porsche. This Porsche, obviously, is Vedant's parents' Porsche. As the driver starts the car, Vedant goes, I want to drive us back. What? I don't think this is a good idea, but I would have to get permission from your father, so let me call your dad to find out if this is okay. So the driver is thinking at this point, like, this boy is crazy and probably too drunk, but there's no way his father will allow this. So the phone is ringing and then Vishal Agawa picks up. It's Vedant's dad. Oh, hello, sir. I'm just about driving back to the house with Vedant. He just got out of the club and wants to drive. Should I let him? Yes. The driver is in shock. He says nothing for the first 30 seconds of hearing yes, because there is no way that this man just wants to allow his 17-year-old son that just came back from the club, that does not have a license and has absolutely nothing to drive. And who is he to correct his wealthy, stinkingly rich boss on how to raise his son and on what and what not to do? So he passes the key to Vedant from the driver's seat and gets down from the car. Now, the information I wasn't able to get was if the driver just left completely or if he switched to the passenger seat. So if you do know, please let me know in the comments, because I was actually trying to find that out at one point because I was kind of confused there. Vedant is driving now, and because he's drunk, he's driving recklessly, going up to 200 kilometers per hour, turning very speedily around the streets. He's feeling like he's just having the best time of his life, and then boom, he hits something. The airbag of the car comes out to protect him, but what could not be protected were the 2 innocent people on the bike named Anish Awadia and Ashwini Koshta. This is the Pune Porsche crash story. Hey guys, welcome to True Crime Comment Quest, where we delve into the mysteries of true crime cases that you've requested, not just in my comments, but other true crime YouTubers' comments as well, which may or may not have been overlooked. This story today was gotten from Dark Asia with Megan comment section by the name Eshana Sen 5558, saying, can you cover the ongoing case in India, which is the Pune Porsche accident? L773 also in the screenshots, as you can see, also commented, so about the same case. So let's dive right in. Awadia and Ashwini were 2 24-year-old engineers working for an IT company in Pune. They left their small city homes with many dreams, and they were just about to achieve the high levels of this dream. They had just gone out to meet friends and were returning back home on a bike when 17-year-old Vedant Ashawa, who did not have a driver's license or permit, crashed into them, which ended their lives immediately. People that witnessed the crash called 911 immediately. They handed Vedant to the police but did not expect what came after. Within 15 hours of detainment, Vedant was released, and his punishment was for him to write a 300-word essay on the topic of road accidents and their solutions and preventions. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but I don't know. I cannot tell you, when I read this part, I screamed, I scrummed, because I was like, what is this, a grade 3, grade 4 assignment? Like, what, like, Is this even in their constitution that this is allowed to happen as punishment? Like, you have to be kidding me. The unfairness is real. People were enraged. And this brought about the topic to different bloggers, newscasters, news channels, and obviously social media. This meant that this could not just be swept under the rug that easy. Now, someone has to take the fall for what happened. And if that boy is not going to be punished, then there's going to be something going on. And it's going to be very obvious. The fact that Venant was just 17 years old, and by the law of India, it is a juvenile case. People started bringing up the Delhi rape case where the law was changed. So a little backstory for those of you that have no idea about this. The Delhi rape case happened in 2012. One of the victims was a few months younger than 18. So the law got changed to the age limit being 16 years old. Under the act, that it is a heinous crime, meaning that if you commit a crime and you're 16 or 17, you would be tried as an adult, considered this a heinous crime. So the public and defense tried to have him tried as an adult, but the police and law did not see his case as a heinous crime. So he was just granted bail and a 300-word essay as punishment. The media was up in flames. People were raging at the police, and then the police decided that they had to investigate further and have a trial for Vedant, which led to a lot of activities. They decided to get a sample test done on Vedant, which when they got the results, Vedant was clean. And this was so shocking to the extent that they called Vedant in for questioning. You do agree that you were drunk that day, right? I don't know, honestly, because I can't remember anything. The police knew something was fishy, so they decided to ask Vishal's parents. Vishal's parents also seem to have memory loss. So it seems like the whole family is having a memory loss episode right now. Lo and behold, not up to 3 days after, the police checked the personal account of the doctors and the hospital that the results came from. There was obviously foul play. 2 doctors named Dr. AJ Taware and Dr. Srihari Halno were paid 300,000 Indian rupees to mess with the results to come out negative for alcohol. Vedant's parents are arrested now, and they are now in jail for involvement in swapping blood samples collected to test alcohol samples as part of the probe. The doctor's license are obviously revoked and they are arrested at this point. So the police decided they were going to get every single detail on this case they could possibly find, because it was now obvious that Vedant's parents were hiding a lot of information from them. In the process of the digging, they had found out that the club which sold Vedant the alcoholic drinks was set up illegally on government land in violation of several rules. Meaning that the rooms, clubs, and spas were all built without a permit. When this was discovered, the building was bulldozed by the government. I don't know if that really explains why they could possibly give an underage alcohol, because the age limit was like 21 or 24 in India. I can't remember. And he's 17. He's not even 18 yet. I mean, it's just crazy how, this is probably done a lot of times. And it just happened that Vedant was just a scapegoat at this point. So they also found out that the Ashawal family had illegal structures in a resort on Maharashtra. So upon finding this, the administration in Maharashtra Sahara district on the 9th of June 2024 demolished the illegal structures owned by the Ashawals. Vishal Ashawal, being a prominent builder and obviously the father of Vedant, felt like this could never happen to him in this lifetime, where he could be caught and his son is on the line. So what does he do? He kidnaps the family driver. Tell them you were the one that did this. Did what, sir? Tell them you were the one that was driving, and I'll pay you whatever amount you want, and your family will be set for life. I'm sorry, sir. I cannot do that. Vishal is actively trying to get his driver to take the fall for his son. But that would never even have worked, because 1, there were witnesses, and that was just crazy. So the police eventually found out that the driver was missing and went into all the Ashawal homes. And to no surprise, he found the driver being held hostage in the grandfather's house. And he told the police everything he went through. The police immediately, of course, without a doubt, arrest Vishal Ashawal, and his father, which is Vedant's grandfather. This is all over the news because he was already famous for being responsible for his underage child driving. And now he's arrested. Okay. How? I mean, yes, everyone is expecting him to get arrested and to be in court for allowing his child, like, irresponsible parenting, but nobody ever thought that he would later on be arrested for kidnapping. The difference and the change was just so shocking to everybody. Now, the grandfather wrote a petition also through a lawyer that he was wrongfully detained and that the police were acting solely based off of accusations. They get out of jail again and was told to not leave the country because they were going to have to go through some processes with court and the police, especially Vishal. I think Vishal was the only one that was supposed to go to the police and the court. It's just crazy how everyone is getting into trouble for trying to save one kid's ass, and it seems like he's just somewhere chilling. Vishal runs away after he paid his bill, but he was caught the next day on the 21st of May 2024. He's currently still facing the law on behalf of his son because his son is too young, and as a parent, he should have known better. The government also put out a law and warnings that states pub owners should watch the intake of customers' alcohol level because they may be driving, and this just left a bitter taste in people's mouths because they felt the government was trying to shift blame from the family to pub owners, which, by the way, is insane. So this case is still ongoing right now, and if you have more updates, you can let us know in the comments, or I might make a part 2 if you guys want. So that is the end of this video, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video.